It's been 12 months since last time we were here at BlizzCon, Anaheim, California, and it is time yet again to crown another 2016, this time, World Champion. We've been enjoying the tournament so far, but there's only one game left. So prepare yourselves, get your drinks ready, because this one is going to be a cracker, right?
I hope so.
Nathanius and Rodden, and it is the best Zerg versus the best Terran. It's meant everything's aligned. Everything is gone to where we wanted it to be, and hopefully this final delivers.
We've had so many incredible storylines building, but they've all just kind of been blown away by these two. Like, we were so hyped on Foreigners, we were so hyped on, Stats breaking away from his curse of round of 4. None of that really shaped up in this final moment where we're like, nope, it's always been about Dark, it's always been about Beyond, the best Terran, the best Zerg, the biggest tournament. Like, I hope it lives up to that. And I know that's a weird thing to put out there, but honestly, with these two Titans colliding and fighting for $200,000, imagine a Game 7. Imagine this arena blowing up. Like, I am so excited for the potential, and I hope it lives up to it.
And in TVZ as well. I mean, I think it's safe to say that historically, this has been the most explosive and fun, dynamic matchup that we've ever had. Even the Protoss players, we would always prefer watching Protoss.
Yeah.
But if we were completely honest with ourselves, we're like, yeah, this is probably better than two Colossus shooting at each other, Like, you see all the micro, the splits, the banes, so... I mean, yeah, it should be awesome, like everything that Jeff said.
And Nathanius, a Terran player from the beginning of the tournament, there's only 2 of them. They could have been sniped. They almost did get sniped out of the tournament a couple of times. We saw Showtime beat Beyond in the early stages, but he recovered. We saw TY almost lose to Nurture, but he was able to stabilize. To have a Terran player in the final, I'm sure that warms your little blue heart.
Us Terrans, we're a resilient race. We don't give up. We go into this, only 2 came in. A lot of Terrans, a lot of players out there were pretty worried when we had to have that team kill, as it were, TY going against Beyond, but Beyond has been the best Terran to follow all year. There are a lot of Terrans that have flashy play. You look at guys like Maru, but the consistency and the variety, the range, Beyond can do anything. We've seen him bust out the cheesiest of cheeses, even in that last semifinal. But he can play the command center first, he can play greedy, and he will seize all opportunities. It is so awesome to watch someone come up like this, his story, making himself, especially against Dark, who's a product of the ultimate Korean system that's built him into the Titan that he is. Beyond came up the complete opposite way.
I mean, I don't want to deflate any hype balloons here, but Beyond said on stage himself that he has had to play every other race leading into the finals, and he's not feeling the most confident because he's had to, switch mentalities, switch strategies. Is that an effect at all here?
Neither is Dark, though. We haven't seen his ZVT.
Dark hasn't played ZVT either this tournament, no. But, I mean, you can look at it from both sides then.
I mean, it's an interesting consideration, right? Terran versus Zerg has generally been regarded as an extremely mechanical matchup. We have an idea of what both players will do according to the meta, Beyond is more likely to cheese, right? But a lot of it is going to come down to Beyond doing a lot of heavy assaults onto Dark. Whether Dark wants to bring out the aggression, he has busted out a lot of very aggressive strategies, especially against his earlier opponents that weren't Terran. I guess that's kind of the interesting thing, is we don't really know what they're going to do against each other's race, since it's the first time they'll be meeting. But
well, we kind of forgot about Violet. I think even Beyond forgot about Violet.
Okay, well...
I mean, yeah, Beyond played a TVZ, but that honestly did not reveal anything of the way that he likes to play this matchup. He's like, okay, 16 Stim Marines killed 9 Zerglings. Like, all right, well, good luck, Dark. You've got this.
I think Dark knows that he probably doesn't want to die to 16 Marines. Yeah. He hasn't seen anything else.
On Jason, probably don't do a queen drop.
Kev, I know, any thoughts here? I know you're a Protoss player, but I mean, you've said this is a matchup that you're looking forward to.
Absolutely. It's kind of a dream final, because you know that it's going to be fireworks. I said a couple of times I was expecting a close series, and a few of them were not that close. The ZVZ earlier today, I really thought it was going to be closer, and I really thought Elaser at least 1, maybe even 2 maps. Was wrong in that one, but this, there should absolutely be zero way that this is going to be one-sided one way or the other. The maps as well, like some maps pretty Terran favored, some maps pretty Zerg favored. That should obviously give both players some points on the board. And I mean, you gotta love Dark as well. Consistency, man. Won an SSL, made it to the final of another SSL, came in there as the king of all Zergs and delivered, and has dropped one map this entire tournament. Like, He should at least drop more than one map this finals, otherwise something is weird.
I mean, 2016, the reason why they are considered the best Terran, the best finals all over the place. You mentioned it yourself, Dark, now 3 finals in the last 9 months is incredible. That's so consistent.
Yep.
And then you've got Bjornu, final of GSL, winner of GSL, is here looking to do it again.
And that's kind of extreme as well. Like, that makes sense on paper. The person that wins the latest GSL is probably has a very good shot at making it to the final of BlizzCon, but for some reason that doesn't always happen. Even the opposite, you know. The guy that we always hype up is like, he's the reigning GSL champion, like round of 16, exit, and we're like, well, okay, you know, let's spin this another way. There's someone else out there, but beyond living up to the hype, and the main, I would almost say, insane amount of pressure as well, because he is the Terran hope, and he's the player that everyone loves to cheer for, even in the foreign scene. I mean, you saw it last series. He's got so many fans wherever he plays, but he's delivering when it matters the most, and that's very impressive.
All right, final thoughts then, gentlemen, the finals. I hope for you in the audience now, you grab your seat. This is going to be an amazing series, but Kevin, final thoughts here before we go into it?
I think Dark is godlike, and I think he's the best Zerg in the world, but I've said Beyond since day one, so obviously I'm not switching now. I still think Beyond is going to do it, and he is going to be the happiest BlizzCon winner we've ever seen.
I'm super excited to see this guy that, as a Terran player, I've been following all year. It's impossible not to be happy for this guy when he wins. He shows it. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And every victory, you can see just how much he appreciates the opportunity to be here fighting for this trophy, fighting for this prize. I just can't wait to watch what happens.
We've been talking about these guys the whole tournament because they just keep winning and they keep being the most dominant players here. So it finally ends. This is an amazing end to a tournament, and I just, like I said, I hope it lives up to the hype because the potential for this is incredible.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Whew. All right, we're done here on the couch. It is time to begin the WCS Global Finals 2016 Grand Finals.